the one thing and the reason this space will never go away is that instant liquidity never goes back in the bag. Like if you've invested in other venture funds, like you sit there and you wait and you wait, and it's 7 to 9 years, and 90% of the projects fail, and then like you cash out on a few of them, and then you claim you're the greatest investor of all time. This one, man, there were some runs there where it was just like the worst investment you can make was like a 10% return when things were going well. Things go up 50, 60, 70x, right? And like that doesn't go back in the bag. Like, no, like venture funds are not like, and all that's missing from other people wanting a piece of that action is regulation, right? Because pension funds can't really, they buy some Bitcoin, but it's hard for a pension fund to come into this. It's hard for a real institution to actually come into this because it's the learning curve for just how stupid this space gets is astronomical. Like dude, like anyone that thinks like, oh, this is the last run or this is the last time we'll see this, it's like like TradFi is just getting Bitcoin. Like think of how like we're literally 3 years removed from like, man, I miss like fruit farming at like 9,000% APY. Like we're over that. We're like 3 years past that, and like TradFi's just getting Bitcoin. So like TradFi is years and years and years off from just how remarkably stupid this space gets. And no matter what regulation you put into place, because of the ease of transfer of funds in this space, like it's going to be quite hard to ever like completely stop that. So again, anyone that thinks like this run is over, like that this stuff will never happen again is dumb. But like, look, where this space is heading is there's probably 4 to 5 companies that'll matter. There'll be some infrastructure players that matter, and there'll be some satellites that matter, right? Like every single industry basically starts out unbundled, right? It's unbundled. There's a million people attempting to do the same exact thing. This is the all-time unbundled space. There's 70 layer ones. There's 20 layer twos. Like there's a million lending protocols. It's unbundled. Then a space matures and it heavily bundles, right? 2 to 3 companies win. Look at AI right now, right? Like there were a bunch of AI companies in the past. It was unbundled, a million people trying to do something. It's now becoming heavily bundled because you found the actual winners, right? There's gonna be 3 to 4 companies that actually pop out. This space is going to do the same exact thing. Eventually, it will find something that is useful. It'll find who the real exchange, like they have the exchanges that are going to win. There'll be the eventual banks that are going to roll out that's going to win. Because I guarantee you at some point they'll probably see that somewhere, right? You'll see the dexes that are going to win. Eventually, when there's laws, you'll start to see the ones that actually win. Once you get ones that win, you can unbundle a bit and start to create the satellite companies around that'll kind of be your growth stock versions of things. I still think we're like, I don't know, depending on, I don't really believe that much new regulations coming, but I'd still say we're like 6 to 7 years off from like anything meaningful happening in this space if it ever does. But like that's where we are.